Greetings, this is Scholar Saunders seeing what's current. Nicki Minaj, she's in her feelings. She's feeling some type way because her song got leaked, and it's really a shame that we have to go through this again, because it's like artists know that when their song is going to be on the internet, the web, the World Wide Web, it's most likely going to be leaked onto streaming services as well. She had previously put her song Bahm Bahm on her account, on her personal website. And she was expecting, I guess, that nobody would snatch it and put it on a streaming service. She's, in a tizzy now, saying she wants all her money back. This is almost a quote, and that's to be like $5 or $6, maybe $7 worth, on the amount of streams that she could have been doing. She got up to the 14th place on the R&B and hip hop charts on Apple Music. And I'm sure she's doing well with Spotify and other platforms. But what gets me is this: it's very interesting how there's leaks and there's different pirated material. Kevin Hart made a point of saying in an interview that he didn't mind the people that were um, taking over for his uh, uh, different materials, his movies and stuff like that. He promoted that because that's what got his name out. People got bootleg CDs and bootleg DVDs and with his movies, and that's what really drove his power, drove his stardom, drove him from pretty much a nobody and pretty much in obscurity to becoming a superstar. And same thing goes with music. So I don't know if Nicki was doing this on purpose, if she had a plan to do this or not. I can't tell. So it's very difficult to understand whether or not they have a position to say that I don't want my music leaked. I don't want, because you're getting she doesn't need her music to be leaked. She's a superstar now, but I'm sure when she was struggling in her early days with mixtapes and everything like that, she probably was delighted in a way for people to bootleg her item, her offerings. So what do you think? What do you think that Nicki Minaj, is fake outraging, fake, showing fake outrage, or showing false anger towards people that really like her stuff? That's the thing. They like you. They really like you. So that's the reason why your music's being bootlegged. If nobody didn't like you or didn't respect you or didn't admire you, that would be a different story. They wouldn't be bootlegging your work. So with Bahm Bahm, which is a pretty decent song, it's not like one of her best, but it's strong. It's not a weak song. It stands on its own. Um, she should be proud of it. She could still include it in her album, even though she says she's not. But now it looks like since the cat's out of the bag, and she realized, what? Like I'm thinking Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj deserve each other. They should go back. They should go back together. She should get divorced. He should get back with her. They should have a whole family of Nicki Minaj and Meek Mills, because they are clueless to what the internet is possible to do. He was deleting messages off of Instagram, acting like nobody saw them, like thousands or millions of people didn't already see him, and she's acting like bootlegging is this terrible scourge that just started happening in her life, and it never happened to anybody else before. And she put the music out there. Like, you put it on the internet, there's gonna be some way somebody's gonna find somehow to duplicate, to copy your music. That's how it goes. So with the amount of music that is available, it's very difficult to parse through all the nonsense and rhetoric and things of that nature. And she's still one of the best performing artists, not just female artists, but artists period, in the world. She sold over 100 million records or streams. She's probably got billions of streams, I'm sure. And this Bahm Bahm song is probably gonna propel her even more. She's gonna get worked out. There's gonna get some. She's gonna get Tim Cook on the phone. He's gonna say, "Okay, Nicki, I get it. We're gonna make sure you get your streaming, person." And who else? Is it still? Who is the head of Spotify? Is it still Parker? Can't think of his last. Can't think of his first name. Okay, he's not on. Okay, so she has to talk to Daniel Ek. He's the chairman and CEO. Once she talks to Derek Eck, that should be no problem. Is there a difference between Apple and Apple Music? Nope. She got to talk to Tim Cook. Oh, here it is. VP, Creative Director, Apple Music. Oliver Schusser, Brian Bumbury, and Trent Reznor. Wow, Trent Reznor is on it. I didn't even know he was on Apple Music like that. That's pretty amazing. He's an artist. But that's the story. That's the way it goes. She has to realize that the internet is permanent. Once you put something out there, it's done. It's already out. I mean, Meek Mill and Nicki Minaj are busy now trying to put the toothpaste back in the toothpaste bottle capsule, and we're trying to put water, off the screen. I don't know, but you know what I mean. Trying to do something that's impossible or virtually impossible after the fact. Something that's done in the books, already done, and it's over with. That's when it gets serious. And Nicki Minaj, she's wonderful. She's got bars. She's been in the game for over a decade. She's been doing her thing. I'm not hating on her. I'm just saying she has to realize what the internet is. Just like Meek Mill has to realize what the internet is. It is a permanent marker. Permanent. Anything and everything you do that's on the internet is all broadcast throughout the entire globe, even outside of this world. Literally, on space shuttles, they have the internet. So it's everywhere, no matter what. And people have to realize that. You have to see the facts that it's very mind altering. It kind of alters your thinking because you're like, oh, I'm just gonna put out this song, see how people like it, see how my barbs like it, see if anybody feeling it, whatever. It got snatched, Nikki. It got snatched. You put it up. What are you gonna do? If you want to keep something from being leaked, don't put it out anywhere at any time. Keep it to yourself. Make sure nobody steals your hard drive or your laptop or anything. Like, it's a shame. People don't realize it. People don't realize just how the efficacy and the permanence of the internet, how effective it is. That's the sad part. That's the part where you have to understand how well people really do by pirating and by making an effort to get to a point where they can show themselves to be worthy. Nicki Minaj is showing herself to be worthy, but she still doesn't understand the mechanics of the business. Obviously, if she's outraged, if she's fuming, if she's angry at the fact that her single got leaked, it's too damn early to start here. Salute to Height. I always have to salute to Height. His money is good here. He says, too damn early, sir. Let's start there. I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you. So I appreciate you for being one of my viewers. I'm just experimenting. This is the beautiful part about this wild wild west we call the internet. And I'm talking about for the past 10 minutes about Nicki Minaj, but this is the internet. I don't know when the hell I'm gonna go. I don't know why my Dame Dash story has 6,000 views and some of my works have only 11 views. I don't know what that is. I don't know. I know partially why Dame Dash is because of Mr. Troy Star Terrain put in this community section. It was at the top that had a major component to it. But I've had stories at the top of the community section that didn't go anywhere. I have one story that I just did based on Trench Baby. He had he's on for murder, and nobody cares. Nobody knows who he is. No one knows about the story. No one gives a goddamn. So there's that much. There's that much to realize. So um, it's very important to realize just how much this internet thing is just amazing. It's the wild wild west so far. I mean, they're trying to corral it. They're trying to have net neutrality. They're not trying to have regulations. They're trying to have controls, and hopefully, we're strong enough. Like I remember, I think it was 2012 or something like that. The sites just went black. Sites went black. They blanked out for a whole day or two, maybe in a few three days, something like that. But some websites were just completely blank because they were protesting the I can't remember what law it is. It's some kind of law or some kind of regulation that they were trying to impose on the internet. And I was like, good for them. Good for them. Keep this internet thing free and wild and crazy and careful. Careful. You don't upset children or minors. We don't want that. We don't want to have minors being abused or in any way or anybody being scammed or anything like that. But yeah, so I just had an idea of how I could get on this at this time. I'm usually on at 4, sometimes 5, maybe 6. I might go later. I might go into 8 or 9, 10. And then it's gonna be like, oh, it's too damn late. You can't win. Closest you can get is like 4 or 5, I guess. 4 o'clock hour is probably is like my golden hour. That's like my pause. But yeah, it's pretty good. I got 2 people in here right now. I got 1 like. I need 2 likes. I need 200 likes. I need 200,000 likes. I need 2 million likes. I need 2 billion likes. I need 200,000 subscribers. I need 2 billion subscribers. I need 2 trillion viewers. I don't even know how you can have 2 trillion viewers. Maybe from multiple accounts on at the same time. We can make it work, I'm sure. But back to Nicki. Nicki, why are you mad? Don't be mad. You mad? Don't be mad. And I think this might be a Snoop issue. I said to myself, I said if he's sincere, because I still was not buying the fact that he's giving up smoke. The reason why I said he was giving up smoke is because of what Rick Ross said. I go to Snoop Dogg for the smoke or something like that. What is he talking about? Is he talking about tobacco? I doubt it. He was talking about some kind of smokeless grilling pit system or something like that. Some kind of branding that he's into. It's either Snoop Dogg or Shaq. Snoop Dogg and Shaq are the cuddly all the white man, white woman friendly, Negroes, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's beautiful. If you're in good with the white man and the white woman, you're making money. you're making buku money, and Snoop Dogg and Shaq are definitely making buku money. They're getting that white money. That's beautiful. I think that's good. That's harmony among the races based on what? The almighty dollar. That's a great thing. That's something that's very special, I think. So that goes back to Nicki Minaj. She's pounding her feet, stomping around. Oh my God, I'm missing out on my money. I'm missing out on this and that. No, oh my God. It's not that serious. You're going to get your money back no matter what. I'm sure Apple and Spotify will be more than happy to reimburse you. It's not like the same thing with CDs and DVDs. Once they're out, they're out. They're just into people's houses and everything. But streaming services, it's on the service. They can take it down. They can do whatever the hell they want. They can make sure you get your money. They can make sure you get your time spent trying to take down whatever art efforts you made, whatever music you produced. All that goes away if you want it. So I don't know what she's mad about. I don't know why she's angry. I don't know why she's outraged, as so many people have said. Bahm Bahm is, it's semi fun. I'm not gonna hate. It's got a good groove to it. You know, I can see why it would be leaked, but again, she put it up on the internet in October. What the hell do you think is going to happen to a single that you say, oh, this isn't going to be on the album. I just want to put it up there for my barbs. It's just for the barbs. And then everybody listens to it and like, you know what? I can put this on the streaming. I bet I can put this on streaming. And what happened? It was put on streaming. It's like there's no, huge mystery. This ain't no riddle. This ain't nothing you got to figure out. It's just the truth. It's just the basis in reality. And she fails to realize that, sadly. And she gets an emotion. She gets emotional rather than rational. She's unable to distinguish the differences between what the different ways that you can possibly earn money. She's earned her money. She wants to earn more money, I'm sure. That's why she wants the single Bahm Bahm to be in her control, be under her control. I don't even know how it works. I don't know how. I think they took it down because I tried to go on Apple Music. I'm pretty sure they took it down. It was on Apple Music's top hip hop rap songs. I said on the chart number 14. There's a question on Hot New Hip Hop. Do you think that this is an artist's biggest pet peeve when their music is pirated? Like I said, Kevin Hart. If it weren't for bootlegging, there would be no Kevin Hart, most likely. That's just a fact. That's just the truth. There probably wouldn't be a Chris Tucker. There probably wouldn't be a Chris Rock. Or maybe a Chris Rock. I don't know. He had movies by then. But, many people. Rap artists. Cassidy. Probably Rick Ross. Lupe Fiasco. All different types of artists. I got 4 people in here. I need 4 likes. I need 4 likes. Likes. Only got 2 likes. I need 4. Only got 2 likes. One for the plug. Whatever the Kevin Gates song. 2 phones. But yeah, Nicki. She's gotta, realize. She's gotta recognize the power and the legitimacy and the exactitude of the internet. It's exacting. It's very exacting. It's very on point. It's very to the point. It's fast. It's strong. It's a wild, wild universe. That's the internet. It's a whole universe. It's the ocean on Earth. So we've only plumbed the depths of so many different areas of the deep, but we haven't plumbed the depths all the way. We haven't gone all the way past a certain point in the ocean. And it's like that in the universe. There's billions of galaxies. Billions and billions. No. Carl Sagan really didn't say billions and billions, but we just, joke, of course. The late great Carl Sagan. Um, but yeah, so that's what it's about. That's what it's like. That's what it seems like. That's what it is. You know, I'm just giving you, some metaphors to show you what the internet is truly like. It has that appeal to it, but it's a beast. It's a wild beast. It's an ocean. It's a galaxy. It's just the universe. It's so many different things. It's one of the most beautiful tools ever devised by man. And people, decry it and try to make it something that it's not. Oh well, what about teens that look at the pictures of beautiful women and they want to be, they want female teens, they want to be like them and they have the body dysmorphia and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, and then there's so many other ones. Yes, yes, Greg S is in the building. Now he doesn't give a dollar, but he says he's going to tell people about the show, so I respect him. I do remember that he says, "Remember the Chappelle skit about the internet?" Could you imagine? He had an excellent sketch about the internet. Um, uh, Dave Chappelle, but that was like internet 1.0. I don't even know if that was even 2.0. That was in like 2003, 2004. Man, if he knew about Spotify's, Apple Music, Facebook, uh, you know, Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter. My God, are you kidding me? That sketch would have probably lasted 15 or 20 minutes long, just to get the sense of what you're getting yourself into. What else? Clubhouse, and I'm missing a lot of other ones, but those are the ones I can remember. You know, just imagine like him going through all the different crevices and cracks of, yeah, exactly. Pornhub, exactly. Harumi Aida, as you can see in the chat, if you're in the chat, his name is Keith, and he is a good dude. He doesn't have money for me, but I think he's got some people lined up to watch the show, so I appreciate that. Greg S and Keith, they don't got no money. They're broke. They're broke as a joke, allegedly, but I don't mind it because they put people on to the show, so I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. So, Nicki Minaj, very attractive, good looking woman. Her nose is crazy. Let's be. Oh my God, I'm not even gonna repeat that, but she's got the money, so she can get a plastic surgery or whatever. She wants to, as long as you're enhancing. See, that's the thing. I'm all about, plastic surgery and getting jobs done to beautify yourself, to make yourself look better, not to disform yourself, not to take away from your beauty or take away from your physique. That's evil. That's not even, that's very evil. Cold-blooded, Greg says. All right. I got 5 people in here with 2 likes. 6 people in here with 2 likes. How is that possible? Why don't I have 6 likes? Why is that? Have you forgot to hit the like button? I need that like button for algorithm. Make sure you hit that like button. If you're in here and you got your 6 viewers deep, make sure you hit that like button. All right. So, with all that being said, thank you. I see a 3. Can I get a 4? Can I get a 5? I see 5 people in here. Nikki, yeah. I think she's just playing the fiddle, just like Snoop. You know, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I mean, he didn't, like he said, I'm giving up the smoke, the smoke. He didn't say I'm giving up smoking marijuana. Like that would have been a lie. He was just, basically trying to do premium marketing through I don't it's not bait and switch, but um it's a certain tactic that they use to draw in people, and then anything. I'm not buying whatever he's selling though, because if you want to be out here doing that goofy shit, I'm probably not gonna be interested in what you're selling. Okay, so we got two people in here with 3 likes. I kind of like that. That's not bad. I can work with that. But yeah. So Nicki Minaj could be just yanking all of our chains, and could just be bluffing, not really outraged, kind of giggling, kind of laughing at the fact that she's making such a big fuss of all this, and she's really not into it. So that's the dividing line. You have to have respect for the internet. You have to respect the jokes. She did not respect the jokes. The jokes was on her. She put the daggone music out on her website. You put something out there on the internet, it's going to go around, like herpes or gonorrhea or chlamydia or something like that. Syphilis. It's going to get around. Okay? So don't get past and person. It's gonna get around like COVID. Anybody remember COVID? Remember COVID? I'm glad we're even to say that. We're in such a healthy space that we were like, remember COVID? God damn. It's still at the top of the list, or not the top, but it's in the top 5 or top 10 leading causes of death in America. Still is COVID-19. Facts. This is facts. Look it up. But Nicki, it hurts my heart. I say that very facetiously, because your heart really doesn't have a hurt. Your brain hurts. Your mind hurts. Your body can be affected, through your brain, but it's your brain that is experiencing the emotional hurt. Um, that's why there's no brain transplants. There's heart transplants, but there's no brain transplants so far. I haven't seen a human brain transplant, at least. I don't think we're at that stage. We're not far enough medically. So I ask you, what have you done, you know, to further her cause, Nicki Minaj's cause? Are you listening to her songs on streams? I'm not sure if they're taken down yet. I don't know. Let me look a little bit. I'll look on Spotify. And look, let's see. All right, let me see. Let me see. Nope, it's already a song already come out by Carrie Hilson. I'm not finding it. I can only find it on YouTube. I found it on YouTube. I think she took it off her website. But yeah, so Nicki Minaj is cracking down. She's trying to use her abilities as best as she can, um, to show that she's definitely serious about her dollar. And now I do respect it, but I just want her to realize, just like her ex, Meek Mill, put it on the internet, be prepared. Be prepared to see it go anywhere and everywhere. I mean, there's probably pockets in Asia with my videos. I don't know, probably making 10 million yen a day or something. I don't know. I wouldn't know, but it's somewhere out there. Somewhere out there. All right. Enough with Nicki Minaj. I'm gonna try to transition into this. Do you like your family? Now, this is a very important part of the day, the time, the week. Um, this, of course, was the 60th anniversary of the assassination of John Fitzgerald Kennedy, otherwise known as JFK. Um, it's a very somber time, but we have to realize that it's also a time where we were able to reflect and enjoy the amenities and the different labors that we put ourselves through to get to the best part, the turkey. Turkey Day is tomorrow, Thursday, Thanksgiving. So I just have to ask you a question. Given all the idea of family and friends and coming over and things of that nature, I mainly want to talk about family, people that you can't choose to be with in your life. You can choose to X them out your life. You can choose, to have them separate from you, but you can't choose to be born into a family. You can't choose that. So what I'm asking right now is, do you like your family? Do you like your uncle Ray, your aunt Joyce? Uh, yes, I know. Keith is saying happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and he's in Japan, right? You're in Japan right now, Keith. Happy Thanksgiving to you, because it's probably around that time. What time is it? Or Japan time? I'm just trying to see what time. Yeah, it's already Thanksgiving where he is. Thanks for being on the chat, being so early. Usually I'm later in the day, but happy Thanksgiving to you too, Keith. Salute to you. Yeah, it's 2:30 a.m. I just saw it. Yeah. So, um, in the Bible, in what they call the good book, I call it, the myth book. It's all about mythology. Um, It says, love your neighbor at least 3 times. There's a psalm, I think, that says love your neighbor, and there's Matthew 5:41 and Luke 6:27. Love your neighbor. So, who's more than even your neighbor? Your family. And this is somebody that may have molested you. This is somebody that may have raped you, who committed sexual assault against you, who have lied against you, cheated against you, stole money from you. You may still love them, but you may not like them. Is that even possible? Do you have that, wisdom about you that you can differentiate and say, hey, okay, I love this person, but they did me wrong, so I can't really like them. Can't really like them or respect them, but I love them. Is that possible? Don't you need to have a basis of morality and a basis of a hierarchy of values to even say that you love or like somebody? And aren't they almost the same thing? Because how can you love somebody and love not even your neighbor, love your enemy? That's what I meant to say. Matthew 5:44 and Luke 27. Love your enemy. So do you like your enemy? Oh, he's a terrible person, a horrible brute, a monster. But I love him. I love her. They're evil, nasty witches and bastards and warlocks, but I love them. I love them. I love them to death. I don't like them, but I love them. That's the thing. That's the patient. That's the irrationalism. That's the way people are nowadays. I don't know why my nose is itching. Oh God. Um. Yeah. So it's just irrational. It's more than a justification. I'm trying to find the goddamn word. Somebody help me out. When you have when you make up different excuses for things. Keith says, I don't hate my family, but I chose not to keep in contact with them. Okay, I can respect that because that's your family, and whatever they did, you don't have to go into detail. That's the reason why you did. Just rationalization. It's rationalism. It's irrational and rationalizing. You're rationalizing the situation. You're saying, "Oh, but yeah, he might have stole my car, that one night, and rammed it into a tree. I love him, but I don't like him for that. I don't respect him for that. But I love him. How can you love somebody that caused you harm, caused you financial harm or physical harm? How can that even be? How can that even be possible? How does that even sustain itself? And this is the best. This is the best period for this. They have the memes. You know, they got the little sayings for people at Thanksgiving. They got a young girl. She's like maybe 18, 19. And then you got the older aunt. She's like in her 30s or 40s, and she says, "Oh, you're already on your third turkey breast." And then she said, "Oh, you're already on your third man husband." Like the clapbacks are crazy. The clapbacks are crazy. So it's very compelling. It's a weird situation because nobody really explains it. They just say love your enemy, and that's a weird ass ask. How do you love somebody and then you put a bomb right on their forehead? But I loved him. I loved him. He's my enemy, but I love him. See, that's the bullshit of the second. I'm not even gonna say it. Because that might be a strike against me. I could be going out of bounds. That's teachings that are inappropriate, and earlier texts, to ancient books, they didn't say anything about loving your enemy. Only updated versions, talked about loving your enemy. Because how can you love your enemy? How is that even possible? How do you love somebody that you're supposed to loathe? How do you adore somebody that you're supposed to abhor? I don't get that. I never understood. Made sense to me, especially as a United States Marine. We're told to kill the enemy. So you kill the people you love, and we go about. We just go about our days, rationalizing away. Oh yeah. I read the Bible, but it's not really making sense to me on this level. But I have to read it because God said so. Anything God says, that's the truth. Sadly, we come to this point. It's a shame. It's really sad. It truly is because kids learn this stuff. Keith says this: how do you love someone you hate? Very interesting question. Yeah. How do you love someone you hate? How can you do that? How do you love your enemy? And people that, can present themselves as enemies, like your family. They can start to become, very treacherous at times. And it's difficult to understand what it is that they want. Because people, it's like, just like everything in the Bible, almost. For the love of money is the root of all evil. What was the root of all money? And why is everybody that's Christian clamoring to get that dollar bill? Ready to get that? Oh yeah, I can't wait to get my check. I can't wait to get paid. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Well, you're getting I don't love money. See, I don't love, there it is right again. Oh, I don't love money. I'm not in love. I'm not in love. That's another thing. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. That's more of the romantic side when you're in love with someone, like a romantic relationship. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. I heard that bullshit way back in 7th grade. Okay, Keith saying, Skylar, believe it or not, believe what or not? Believe what or not? You gotta clarify, my friend. You gotta make sure you got all the letters there. I'm trying to make out your words. Um, but if you don't love your family, that's not a strike against you. It's mainly because of them. And if you have issues, where you actually hate them, there's just cause for hating them, then that is proper too, depending on the situation, depending on the circumstances. That's what it means. That's what it's all about. So I'm gonna just put this in here, just in case anybody got some money today, just got was feeling themselves. Yeah, so this is big. This is heavy because it goes through every year. I'm sure there's you know you know verbal display and barrage of words, and then there's probably physical altercations too during this time period. Even serious enough to get a gun, shoot up the whole family. Kid says, Skyler, believe it or not, Jesus explained how and why to love your enemies and friends. Well, he didn't do enough of a good job for me because it still doesn't make any goddamn sense. Tell you the truth. It makes zero sense to love your enemy. There's no moral justification for that. None. It is completely devoid of all virtue and morality. That's facts. Jesus can say all that one, if he was here, if he was here, he could say all that all he wanted to, but it's still the truth, the facts, the justice, not mercy. See, people say no justice, no peace. Oh, really? You didn't say that in Sunday school the other morning. You didn't say that in the pulpit the other day. How come you didn't say that during that? No justice, no peace. Where does it say that in the Bible? It says mercy, I think, a few times, but I don't see anywhere where it says no justice, no peace, and no mercy. They don't have mercy, for cops and stuff like that. But any mongrel, any miscreant in the streets, no justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No mercy for the people that might have killed them or maimed them. Interesting to me. That's very interesting. Went from 1 to 2, 3 people. 3 people jumped up. Zoop. 3 likes, 3 people. I'm not mad. I'm not angry. I'm cool. So, given all that you have from your family, because family sadly is a mess. It's a mess. They've done novels, plays, novels, radio shows, TV series, movies, tons of stuff related to familiar activities, and they're not all pretty at all. Some of them are pretty downright disgusting. So again, I ask you, do you love or do you like your family? Because a lot of people say, yeah, I love her. I just don't like her, but I love her. She's my cousin. She's my sister. She's my aunt. She's my wife. I don't like her. I don't really like her ass. But she's cool. I love her. She's all right. I love her. That's goofy to me. I think you should. I think love and like have to be very closely attached. I think for right now, my whole perspective might change, and maybe later. Blood is thicker than water. You know what's thicker than blood, though? Money. Money is thicker than blood. Money is thicker than blood. So that's what most of the issues arise and are about. Money, scratch, Skrilla, dollars, paper, pesos, coconuts, bananas, shells. I can go on and on. What's it? Ducats. That's what it's all about. It's all about the money. That's what splits up people the most. For the love of money, gotta get that money, man. If I say anything else, I get a copyright strike. Again, they say that. It's a good point. The love of money. The love of money, not money is the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. And which is complete bullshit. Because to love money is to value it. And if you value money, then you're probably going to be okay. You're all right. If you don't value money, well, you're going to be asked out. That's just facts and reality. That's just the truth. That's reality. The reason why so many different families and couples break up is over money issues. You owe me $44.57. Why didn't you give me that one? Well, you owe me $376. That's a big difference. Excuse me, could you pass the macaroni and cheese? They're still fighting back and forth, spitting broccoli and asparagus over the turkey. That's how it is, though, and that's the way it is in America. America is Thanksgiving is not exclusive to the world. I think Canada has Thanksgiving too. I think that happened last month. Let me see. Canada. Yeah, it was Monday, October 14th. Oh, excuse me, that's last year. That's next year. Canada Thanksgiving. It was the 9th. It's the second Monday in October, Thanksgiving in Canada. But who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's sad. Canada is like the country as Delaware is to a state. Like Canada's put in work and is serious and had multiple achievements, but nobody cares. Just like in Delaware. Delaware is the corporate capital of the world, the credit card capital of the world, and the corporate capital, chemical, corporate, credit card, and chemical, the 3 C's or 4 C's of the world. Okay, so but nobody cares. Nobody really gives a damn. That's fine. I love my state. I think the state's going to blow up. It's already blown up because of the president. It gets tracked in the news. So that's probably the saddest part. We have a terrible president. Better than other terrible presidents, but still terrible. Still terrible. A president, but a terrible one nonetheless. But I completely digress. When you have people that you love but don't like, what is the point of that? Why would you even bother loving them then if you don't like them? And what is it? Those are excuse me. That implies action. That implies you doing things to show your love, to show your devotion to them, to show that you more than like them, but you love them. And there are people in your life that you love, like, and respect. That you respect, love, and like. You just happen to like them. You love them, but you're able to like them as well and respect them. That's a key component to all of this. That gets to the root of the issue. Just like the love of money is the root of all evil. So what is the root of all money? Again, where does money come from? Comes from the mind. That's the root of all money. Thought, ideas, creation, building, making. That's the root of all money. And how is that something that you don't love money? How do you then you don't love creation, you don't love building, you don't love making? Because it's not, oh, I love money. It's I love making money. That's what it should be. The making of money. Money is just money. I mean, you can have billions of dollars, and if you don't know how it got there or what to do with it, then you don't deserve it. But if you earned it, if you put in your time and effort and you produced and you created, outside the government, then that's something special. That's something good. That's great. That's excellent. That's wonderful. I mean, tomorrow, Thanksgiving, I'm gonna see if I can cram in, some cranberry and some cranberry sauce and some turkey and whatever Cracker Barrel's got to offer tomorrow, because I'm going there to eat. I'm gonna see if I can do a show. If I do a show, it's gonna be on, the upcoming season. I want to get this show out just in case I don't, talk about, Thanksgiving. I go on Friday, but I definitely want to talk about Thanksgiving. I want to say how, this is a producer's holiday. This is about action. It's about making. It's about doing. That's what producing means. That's the whole idea. It's not just being, it's calling yourself a producer. It's about producing. It's about making. And what's great is the exchange. It's, once you produce, you consume. That's the best part. You get a big piece of that turkey. You get some coleslaw, some macaroni and cheese, some collard greens, some stuffing. You have some potatoes, rice, beans, meat. You name it. She's like rice, beans, potatoes, corn. Oh my god. So yeah, so you can this is so weird and sad and true about family is that they can do you in. They can be the worst aspect of your life. If you allow yourself to say, along those lines, I really don't like them, but I hate them, and I hate them, but I have to love them. I like them, but I don't, and I hate them, but I have to love them. That's some strange, weird stuff. You like a person, you hate them really, but you have to love them. That's strange. That's what I think we go through all the time. There's something about it you like. You like them for some reason. And then you kind of hate them for a reason. But you have to love them according to the ancient text. That's a complete miscarriage of justice. That is not just. That is not just. That's not right. That's not good. We should be more attuned to being selfish. We should be rationally self-interested. We should be, morally ambitious in our endeavors, in everything that we do, in everything that we are. That should be made possible. That's the major difference. That is what's key in all of this. If we had any notion of what we are supposed to do and what we're supposed to be, then we're really, lost in a sense. We're not certain of who we are and what we are. And if it is family that we have to love, despite saying you may not like them either, and you hate them, but because this book said it, I have to love them. That is completely unacceptable. That's completely unjustified. That's completely irrational, and it's just plain wrong. You should be able to decide for yourself who is proper, who is moral, who is virtuous, who is right. Do you love your family? And why? Why would you love your family? You didn't choose them. You didn't pick. They're not like your friends. Your friends, you can say, "Hey, well, it didn't work out. Sorry, peace." You can kind of say that to your family, but it's different. You're still going to be tied to them as long as they live, as long as you live. You're going to be tied to them some way, somehow. You're going to meet up at some kind of function. You're going to see them at some kind of funeral or wedding or something like that, and you're just going to be like, tip their hat and keep it moving. Keep it moving after that. I like what Keith said. Keith said that the classic line, blood is thicker than water. Well, blood has got nothing on money. Money is a lot thicker than water. Or thicker than blood, excuse me. It's thicker than both, thicker than blood and water. But money's thicker than blood. I think for tomorrow, I think we should all remember, the fact that we have so much in abundance. We have there's like what 2%, or I don't know, it's like 5% of the population are farmers, or something crazy like that. It's like 5 or 2% or something like crazy. Yeah, we have more food, we have more ways of creating wealth. Abundance overload. Greg asked, hey, facts. Abundance overload, and that's a good thing. We have more food to create for more people around the whole globe. For America, it's like 2 to 5 people. I don't know how much it is for other places in Asia and Africa and Europe and Australia and New Zealand and places like that. But yeah, we have all kinds of food available. We have everything available. And we should be thankful for that. That's to be thankful for. The minds, the brains, the thought pattern, the engineers and the CEOs and the all the people that are a part of the supply chain that make all this work. I can go on a ShopRite and pick out whatever the hell I want, put it in a basket, put down the hard-earned money I made, and then go out the store, and that's it. It's beautiful. Somebody had to think that up, though. Somebody had to devise a plan and say, "Oh, if you wave your Apple Watch over the register, or the well, I guess it's still register, but you'll get your money. The money will be paid, and you'll get your groceries." How beautiful is that? How wonderful is that? We should be thankful for that. We should remember that if you hate somebody in your family, let them know. Let them know that. You don't have to love everybody. You don't have to love your family. You don't have to love your friends. You don't have to like them. You don't. And the closest thing you can do is respect them. All right. So that concludes the normal the main focus of the show. I'm open for questions. I see 4 people in here. If you want to ask questions, you can thank Greg S says you can thank me for that. I don't know if I'm thanking you for that. I don't know why I'll be thanking you for that, Greg S. Respect the hate, yeah. Respect. I said the Nicki Minaj to respect the jokes. She's angry that her song got leaked or is on streaming platforms. I don't even know if it's proper to say it was leaked. So I just wanted to say, do you like your family? So if anybody has any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Other than that, I want to watch Fargo. All right, so I'm not seeing a lot of questions. I thank you very much. If I don't see you tomorrow, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you very much for all the abundance and money that was poured into my account so far and still being poured into my account. All the people that were added, the extra followers. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. And yeah, they have to fix it. It's not fixed because my nose gets itchy. I don't know why. I'm down in the basement. I don't know. Maybe it's the air, something like that. But yeah. But Greg says lay off the fish scale tomorrow. That's why. Um, Greg asks, if anything, you make me laugh. I appreciate that, sir. You're good entertainment. So anyway, if I don't see you, happy Thanksgiving. Remember that it's a producer's holiday, and always produce and create, make, and build. Thank you very much. Take care.